Yeah.
Anyways, today we watched the newest movie in the world, Scream. So Aiden, what's the plot of Scream?
Well, Scream is a reboot of Scream, kinda. It's a requel, as the movie would call it, even though no one has ever called it that. Some of the returning cast of Scream shows up. There's a new killer. There's a mystery about who the killer is and why they're killing. And it's a big parody discussion thing of the state of movies currently. So, what do you think of it, Connor?
Scream was okay. It's kind of the definition of an okay movie. I thought some of the messaging of... It felt like the development came about right after The Last Jedi, and it continued till now. Because it felt like 2018 news, sort of, where it's like... Scream 8 is so bad because it's different and people don't like it because of that. And it's like they're trying to do like a Last Jedi thing, like the
They're
whole
like trying
time.
to gaslight people into believing The Last Jedi is good in a
Basically,
Scream movie.
yeah. When it's actually Scream, it's okay. It's like it's got the Scream like archetype, but I don't know. It just like I just thought it sucked. I just thought it sucked. Like it wasn't that bad, but it wasn't good. So Aiden, what did you think of it? Scream 5.
Fuck. Well, the thing about the original Scream is that Scream is a commentary and discussion of horror movies at the time that it was made. And that horror genre was largely defined by... That genre was largely defined by Wes Craven, who made the original Scream. And then this movie is a, discussion of movies in the modern era, and it's horrible and cringe. Not to say the movie is all bad. I think, 70% of it is good. But then there's multiple points in the movie. I mean, the biggest issue really is that movies nowadays aren't interesting. They're all shitty, big budget, stupid Disney superhero cape shit movies. And nothing original comes out anymore, and they're all just mega corporations making safe bets for China. And so commentary on that's not really interesting. And the most interesting angle they had to go for was The Last Jedi is good, actually. And then, the main villains literally talk about how they met on Reddit, and they're Redditors, and they're mad at The Last Jedi for SJWs or something. And it gets, supremely fucking cringe at the end. Yeah, it's rough. It's commentary on shit that's, I don't know. It's commentary on the most stupid shit, because movies now are the most stupid shit. But it's also, because of the internet, commentary that's been said 1 trillion times by the media since 2017, trying to gaslight people into thinking The Last Jedi's good, even though it's, blatantly terrible. Just because fucking Rian Johnson's wife is the head critic of the New York Times, and they all want to be buddy-buddy with her, and Disney paid them a lot. And the grand conclusion of the movie is that Redditors are all incels who get mad at Star Wars, I guess, so that's kind of funny, but also they mean it unironically, and it's really dumb. That said, when it's not being cringe, it's well shot enough. The acting is passable. Yeah, it's a passable movie that veers into cringe occasionally.
Right.
And I like all the interviews that happened around the time of this movie, where the director who directed just the shittiest things you've ever heard, fucking, I don't know, I don't even fucking remember. It's just like some dog shit that he directed. I'll put it on screen here, but where he's like, Wes Craven would have been really proud of this one because we defended The Last Jedi. I'm like, I don't think Wes Craven was a big fan of movie studios.
I don't think Wes Craven gave a shit about that shit.
Yeah,
I don't think Wes Craven was a big Star Wars fan. Maybe he was. I don't fucking know, but
I didn't know the guy.
I don't think he would have.
I don't think the guy who made this movie knew the guy.
Episode 8 was a bad movie.
Yeah. Also, if you're gonna do this, they should have fucking like. They're parodying the state of Disney shitty blockbusters that are terrible. If you're gonna do this, you should have been parodying the fact that every horror movie nowadays is like fucking some bullshit deep movie about how fucking the girl has STDs or the trauma of being a mother or whatever the fuck, like all the Babadook, whatever. And they bring all those movies up, but they're like, those are the coolest movies ever and the best movies that have ever been made. Wes Craven would have absolutely fucking dunked on those stupid, boring ass shits. It Follows is fucking, like, one of the first reviews we ever did, but I just remember it as the movie where the girl gets fucking herpes. She gets the clap. I would have shit all over that if this was me. I would have been like the fucking... You ever seen fucking Hereditary? Nothing fucking happens. Girl gets her head cut off like halfway through and the rest of it's just people sitting around crying. It's horrible. It's boring. I have fucking things to do. I don't have things to do and I still feel like I'm wasting my time when I watch a fucking shitty Blumhouse A24 art house horror movie where they just sit around jerking their cocks and talking about how they're fucking lesbians or whatever. Fuck horror movies. If I made this movie, it would have just been shitting all over these fucking It Follows, whatever, fucking Babadook. The Babadook is the most boring dog shit. I don't know if you saw that. It's just horrible. The point is, this Scream movie had absolutely no teeth, went after an easy target, doesn't have anything interesting to say about that besides parroting the thing that all the critics said where it's just gaslighting people to try to believe that episode 8's good when it's terrible. And when the movie's not doing that, it's okay. The end. Connor, would you recommend Scream?
I really wouldn't recommend Scream. There were parts of it that were fine, but most of it was just kind of like a cheap slasher movie that was trying really hard to have a point about modern filmmaking, but didn't. Failed to do that.
The absolutely incorrect point about modern filmmaking.
It was just like it was really pointless, teethless. That's kind of where I'm at. It was okay, but I wouldn't recommend watching it. So, Aiden, would you recommend Scream?
No.
5, but really it's just Scream because they can be fucked to call it Scream 5, even though that's what it is.
No. I mean, it's not funny like Scream was, it's not interesting like Scream was, it has nothing interesting to say, and at best it just drifts into being generic slasher schlock. It's, yeah, it's not worth anything. Look forward to our reviews of all the exciting movies coming out in January and February, like
Jackass Forever.
I'm kind of excited for Jackass Forever. I don't know how we could possibly talk about it.
We'll figure it out.
I mean, it'll literally be the same thing as the last 3 movies. And by 3 movies, I mean like 7, because they keep doing like half releases and Bad Grandpa and whatever the fuck.
Right, well really, what is Jackass but people like smashing themselves into walls and you're like, yep, they did, and that was kind of funny because they blew themselves into a fucking wall. Isn't that funny?
I mean, it is funny. I'll try my best to talk about it, but I don't know how much I can say.
Jackass Forever comes out next week.
It'll be like a 40-second video. Was it
This
funny
like
when
7.
Steve-O got punched in the balls? Yes. Yes. Would you recommend it? Yes. Yes.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna recommend Jackass forever because I know what I'm getting, and I like Jackass.
I know
'cause
exactly.
there's people getting hurt.
There's no mystery to Jackass 4. It's not like I'm walking in wondering what's gonna happen.
What
It's
is Jackass for? Are they gonna fucking really hurt their ball sacks for an hour and a half? 80 minutes or whatever?
Probably be exactly like 81 minutes.
81 minutes of Johnny Knoxville and the boys getting like snakes to bite their ball sack and like throwing themselves off of. Yeah, we know what we're getting, but I'm happy about it.
Yeah. Anyway.
Also, this is our new set. You can see I hung up posters because I run a movie theater. AMC Eden Prairie. Come to it because I run the AMC Eden
Spider-Man
Prairie.
Far From Home. It's going to be really embarrassing if the Batman is bad. But we have it in the background, prominently in the center background of all our videos.
For like 3 or 4 videos until Batman comes out in March.